What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition of Real Estate Podcast, episode 439. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm wondering how the fuck the wall glitch happens with Adam.
This week we watched Backrooms. I thought it was based on a video game. When I looked it up, I was like, oh, this is an internet thing.
It's a creepypasta, right?
Yeah, 4chan.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, same thing.
I believe it spun off into some video games, though, and where I think it just kind of
stuff
spread
that
out
happens in video games. Like you phase through the wall.
Yeah.
You know, and people would be like, there's fucking shit back here. That's what the description said. That's what AI said.
Yeah.
Who knows if that motherfucker was right?
It says here that Backrooms, for the Backrooms, describes a seemingly infinite alternate dimensional maze of empty, nondescript rooms. The environment is characterized by buzzing fluorescent lights, the smell of damp carpet, and monochrome yellow wallpaper.
One hell of a power bill.
Yeah, originated from a simple, eerie image posted to an anonymous 4chan message board in 2019. User claimed that if you aren't careful and no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you will end up in the Backrooms. The Backrooms is the most well-known example of the liminal space aesthetic, places that feel eerie or unsettling because they're normally bustling but are completely empty.
Or like they give off the aesthetic of like what's around that corner.
Yeah.
Like
they played
what's in there. Yeah, because it's just the way that like
it's like, God damn, what's around it? Like the open doors,
chest
like
high
closing
walls.
doors.
Yeah, that's creepy though.
Like my thing with we were talking about this earlier today, is like the idea of liminal spaces, and it's like people like places that are supposed to be busy,
like
and there's nobody
going
there.
Out of business.
Yes, which before they tore that mall down, that in Huntsville, I went there and it was like that. You know what I mean? Like there was
just empty,
no shots,
short stores. Like
yeah,
it's weird.
And this was what my explanation was like. The liminal spaces thing doesn't bother me because that doesn't sound like a nightmare. That sounds like heaven. When we used to have Walmarts that were open 24/7 and you go in there at 2 a.m. and there's not a soul to be found, that is heaven. That's not an eerie feeling at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also the same idea of like, I've never went on an extended train ride, okay? Or a flight. I've never flown. This is a better way to talk about this. I've never flown. I've never been to an airport, like inside of an airport, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have any concept of what a bustling airport is. So if I go to the airport and there's nobody there, my first reaction is going to be, this is probably normal, I guess, because this is the only experience that I have at the airport. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just, to me, the liminal spaces thing doesn't freak me out as much as like, other things freak me out. People being around and freaking out freak me out more than being in places with no people, you know?
It's like when you go to the theater and you're the only one there, it's like, this is nice.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm going to put my feet up on the chair in front of me.
I will say that the film itself did a really good job of making you feel unsettled in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't really unsettling as much as like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and like, what's chasing him, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what's fucking making that noise? Like, and he kept, there's no way I'm going back in there.
Well, curious. I thought he was going to get lost, and that's how it was going to be stuck in there. And I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking like, dude, you got to put the torches on the right side.
Yeah. I thought about that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You put a sign down with an
arrows
arrow
on the floor.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to put the torches on the right side, man.
That's how you find your way out.
It's like, because it was confusing, because like he'd go forever one direction, go through a hole, and come right back out in the room he was just in. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. So what all right. Let's just he goes in there and it's like he decides that he wants to stay there now. He's going through the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but it's like him, right? That's chasing him around.
I mean, there were other things in there.
But
that first thing we see is not him.
Yes.
That was something else. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. And when the kid goes downstairs, I don't think that was him. That was whatever we saw at the beginning. What picked the camera up?
I'm guessing it was that girl, the redheaded woman.
I don't know because it was tall. Whatever it was tall. The camera was up real high.
Yeah.
But I'm over here like, are they smart enough to do that? Like, because they...
Yeah.
So he'd been down there hanging out with himself, and he's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
She's not going to hurt us. And he's like, fuck that. I'm taking a fucking chunk out of your shoulder. That was weird. When that fucking 7-foot pirate came in there.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Did not expect that to be the final boss.
No, not at all.
Well, like, it just seemed like it was a tonal shift to that.
Yes.
And no rhyme or reason. It went from, we're exploring the back rooms. What's that? What's behind that corner? You know, it's a maze. And then suddenly it's like, oh, it's just homeboy lost in his own head. Now, I could have glanced away and missed something completely that explains and connects all of that. But I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I think it just went to that, you know?
Well, my biggest problem with the film is that, like, he's going to therapy, you know, he's having, life is happening to him and all this kind of stuff, whatever. And it's like, he goes into this place and he's infatuated with it. He wants to find out more about it. And then it's like, they flirt that line of it being this, like, psychological, like, you're almost, like, whatever that thing is, should have been, like, an interpretation of, like, the fear that you're running from. Like, they should have got a little bit more psychological, a little bit more therapy, you know, and leaned a little bit more heavily into that. But, like, they didn't really do that. Because if it's, they never explain what the back room is, right? It's just this doorway that
only always was or something.
Yeah, only that it's a place where things are remembered.
Yeah.
Do you have to go in there to have like a little clone of you in there, like how the girl was in there at the end?
See, I don't know.
See, when the dude from the fucking league came in, I was like, we're about to get some fucking answers. Finally, a scientist, you know? It's some like Dharma shit going on, but nope. He was just like, you recognize this guy? It's like, he's here. He was here.
Yeah.
But then you see her like sitting in that room, and I was thinking, damn, is she like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Is she really out or is she really in?
Yeah, exactly.
Did she turn into that thing? Because she was sitting there in that chair almost like she was sitting at the table with that guy. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Got a credit scene or something?
No. I watched.
No, there was no credit scene.
Yeah, I was waiting for something.
Well, and I kept expecting her to stumble into her fucking mom's apartment or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, exactly.
They kept, whenever she was running around, and I was like, oh, she's going to run in and fucking find her fucking mom clone.
Yeah.
That's going to be creepy, but no, didn't happen.
Well, and like I said, I was expecting it to lean heavily into like him confronting his demon, right? And it's like they almost went there in a way, because it's like you've got the giant pirate, which is like a screwed up version of his ego, in a way. And then you have the redheaded woman, which was kind of a weird interpretation of his wife.
She came running up.
Yeah.
Who was the little guy in the chair?
Yeah, with the lamp.
Yeah. At first, I thought that was the two people he went down there with. I was like, is this their fucking
Yeah.
Whatever, but then it was like, no, they don't look like them.
No. It's like they really could have.
You didn't bring a fucking knife for that rope, man?
Yeah.
You got everything but a knife? You don't have a weapon?
It's the 90s. He should have had a pocket, a case
I'm going
knife
down there
or
with
something.
a gun.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's like, you can even eat them. That's the best part. And it's like, what is this? I don't know. I was just not happy with the lack of like it wanting to be what it like it to me it felt like it had an identity problem.
They didn't know how to find it.
Certainly.
Yeah. I think it would have been better as a found footage film.
I almost thought that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, like I mean,
the way it started.
The eeriness factor was amplified through the found footage aspect. Yeah. I'll give it that. But I mean, on the other hand, the clarity of just the feature film style was still nice. It made the aesthetic more pronounced and, had an ear, they both had their eeriness factors, I would say.
Yeah. It would have been cool if whenever it shows the non-backroom segments, if it would have all been presented to us as traditional filmmaking. And whenever they go into the back room, it's all basically found footage from that point forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They could have done a really cool artistic thing with that, but it's just, I don't know. It just suffered. To me, the movie suffered from not knowing what it wanted to be, other than a horror movie about a creepypasta and a picture that was posted on 4chan pre-pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't stick the landing.
No.
I mean, how do you end it though? I mean, you could have come up with something. When she busts through that room at the end, I was like, she's the imposter. All those Among Us dudes were standing around.
Yeah, right.
That's all I could think. She's the imposter.
That's great.
It's just, I need to watch a Heavy Spores video or something, maybe. I don't know
about it, but it's like, I feel like, well, it's one of those things where it's like, well, what happened? It's like, well, what do you think happened?
Yeah.
I mean, anything you watch, they're going to be like, well, this is what I think.
Yeah. And I love their explanation of like how it happened. Magnets.
How do they work?
We're making MRI machines. We fucked around with some big ass magnets, and now we created an alternate dimension. Maybe, I don't know.
Happened about the time they turned CERN on.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting it to be. More so than that was a CERN thing.
That fucking Christmas tree room.
That was creepy.
When he went around that tree, that little dude looked like fucking Mikasa Asukasa sitting in that chair. But when he cut that lamp on and that chick come running up at him, I was like, it's time to go.
It's time to get the fuck out. Yeah.
This is not a fun house.
No.
Whenever she went down there and found his like wall painting, and it was like, whoa, he went straight caveman in there, dude. Like,
yeah, right.
And when she turns around, like she sees something, and then like she looks back, and she's like, "Is that you?" And the way he was standing there looking around that corner, I was like, you got to leave. He's up to something.
Yeah.
That dude just like completely changed.
Yeah.
He's like, I figured it out. We belong here. Was he bringing her there for like was she like an offer? Was she tribute?
I don't know.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's like, see, we don't need to change. And it's like, I don't know, dude, from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, this is weird.
I would have thought it was all in his head if she hadn't went in there, but then she's fucked up too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see how she was living, it's like, well, this is way worse than what he had going on.
Yeah. And it's like, what is the deal
down there? Did he come out to use the phone?
Exactly. And who is the Jesus guy? The cardboard cutout?
That company's putting those around. I don't know who it is, but I know they're the ones that's doing it because they had one set up for the trap.
Yeah.
Whenever she goes to their like fucking Stranger Things fucking facility, They had a whole room full of them in there.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to catch one of these things. It's like, damn, it ain't that hard. Just get its attention.
Exactly. And like, why are they going in there in these full body hazmat suits when you have people just wandering around in there? It's like, it's obviously not like toxic in there.
I mean, where's the Marines or something? Like, you could tell. I mean, at first I thought it was the government. It's like, no, there's no guns.
No.
These are scientists. We used to be an MRI company.
It's like, I bet you did.
See, I expected whenever she came out of there, though, and was talking, then I see him, and I'm like, oh, well, this is in the same town, because he saw the commercial. I expected her to come out and be somewhere like a fucking nether portal, you know?
Yeah.
Like somewhere else, another country.
Or like another time or something.
Ooh. See, they could have done so much.
Yeah.
It could have been another time. Well, no, it wasn't.
Well, when the psychiatrist showed up, or when she walked out, that's still a fucking headache to fucking piece together. Yeah.
Yeah, when it got to, I was having a good time. I was interested until I got to the end, and I'm like, that's how we're going to cap this off?
Yeah.
I don't know about this. But it was fun up until then.
Yeah.
But how do you end it?
I mean, if it was me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have to lean heavily, because it's like, if the Backrooms is an alternate reality of just
that connects everything.
Of like, yes. So if you're going to lean into it, then it's connecting different points in space and time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's either lean into it from that aspect to where it's like you see another, instead of the Backrooms creating a version of you, you find a version of yourself from an alternate reality in there. Or you have it be a complete mind fuck, and it be like you go into this place and like it starts to warp itself around your memories and your, personality, your thoughts, and all that kind of stuff. And it like almost like feeds on you as a whole. By
maybe that's why they were wearing the suits. Maybe it was doing that.
I mean,
because I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm still not convinced that wasn't her at the end sitting in that room with the fucking glass face.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, diamond cutter. She had that,
Yeah.
Because she's sitting there at that table, and then all of a sudden it just does like a flicker, and then it shows her sitting in that chair there, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that she's still in there?
Yeah.
And now she's just a part of it? I don't know. They're like, maybe, if that's what you think happened.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that, though. I need more information here.
But, I mean, the guy that wrote it and directed it, he's a young dude.
Is he another
Kane
YouTuber?
Parsons. Yes. Yeah. So there's
an advent of that.
$10 million. Yeah. Wow.
He's 21 years old. He made a bunch of Backroom shorts and put them on YouTube, and that, I guess was enough to land him this gig of
probably gonna regret that ending in about 10 years. It's gonna be like, damn, I could have fucking. Now I've had time to think about it,
Yeah.
10 million, and that other dude spent like 700,000. Yeah. I'm saying out of the three YouTubers, I'm saying Obsessions takes the title so far.
I would say so. Yeah.
It's I mean, it was a little more fleshed out.
Yeah. I mean, I have to agree. Despite my feelings on Obsession, it is the better of the three,
and way cheaper.
Yeah. I could see myself if we're just looking at these three as a whole, I would watch Obsession 10 times over than I would watch this or Iron Lung, Yeah,
I don't know if Backrooms is going to have that thing where like you watch it again, you pick stuff up. I think I would just have more questions.
Griffin, I think you're calling me out on a real estate rewatch, man.
What? I would never.
No, but I agree. I would rewatch Obsession over this one for sure.
Yeah, if someone sets you down, they're like, let's watch one of those YouTube movies. It's like, let's watch Obsession.
Yeah, for sure.
That one's shorter,
I'd be the weirdo. I'd be the weirdo. I'd be like, have you seen Iron Lung? Because you gotta torture some people sometimes.
Well, it depends. Like, when's the last time you saw them? Are y'all gonna sit around and talk the whole movie? Put that one on.
Yeah, right.
It's a talking movie.
Davin
chatter to be had.
Yeah. But it's got Backrooms has got a 6.9 on IMDb, and that makes sense, you know. It's not
$384 million.
I mean, I think that they're doing a sequel to it.
Mm-hmm. They're going to explain something. I definitely want to know more about it.
It's safe to say it's the year of the YouTube film, right?
Yes.
Well, that was their film school. YouTube.
Yeah.
Running and gunning, low budget. I mean, 10 million is crazy.
So here's my question. On a technical level, would you technically consider the new Resident Evil a YouTube film?
That's the guy that did.
I know that guy.
YouTuber?
Because, it's not. Well, technically, he's a YouTuber now. It's from The Widest Kid You Know.
Oh. Well, they did. Yeah, they did skits online before their show, probably.
Yeah.
I would imagine. You know that The Widest Kid You Know YouTube channel just runs their shit like 24/7 now.
Did not know that. Some of their stuff is pretty dang funny. And I think Zach Kragers does one skit where it's like one of the newer skits that they do where he's like held up in a radio station and he keeps playing this one song over and over and over and over. And it's because the apocalypse has happened. Like that's the big twist.
So it started as a stage show, and then it was kind of before YouTube was they call it pre-YouTube internet. Ooh, I was there. We used to have to just figure out how to do stuff.
There were no frequently asked questions.
There were no tutorials. You would ask Jeeves.
What do you mean a how-to video in under 3 minutes?
Yeah, so this is a post on Reddit /TrueFilm by Snoo Robots 8806. So this was the Backrooms betrays its own concept. It says that from the moment Clark enters the Backrooms, nearly every room is loaded with chairs, TVs, and clutter. When you fill it with familiar objects, you hand the viewer an anchor and the dread evaporates. I'd be curious whether this came from a place of studio insecurity. With a multi-million-dollar budget, an empty room starts to look like you didn't spend the money. Skinamarink, an ultra-low-budget experimental horror film, commits entirely to the opposite philosophy, with long shots on walls, old televisions refusing to show the viewer almost anything, making the dark spaces themselves the antagonist. It's an extremely divisive film, and to be fair, your enjoyment depends almost entirely on your own psychology as a viewer. Liminal horror is hard to direct because it demands that the audience do the projection work. The one sequence that actually works is Renata, I guess that's that chick's name, fleeing the creature and realizing she's been inside a vast pseudo-neighborhood. That scene lands because it weaponizes both scale and spatial distortion. The Backrooms feel genuinely infinite, large, and intimidating here. The scares follow the same logic and fail the same way. There's a moment early on when the camera operator goes out of his way to move a large blue box to block a doorway behind him. Imagine if he turned back and it had silently shifted on its own with no music or no cut. This is where Obsession keeps coming to mind as a useful contrast. Nikki's wrongness is established through behavioral texture right from the get-go, and her saying her cat died during the early car scene or creating a shrine for its body, the way she moves in peripheral vision without the score announcing it. If you don't trust a viewer to find an empty room frightening, you probably won't trust them with an unexplained premise either. The film builds a mythology where the backrooms replicate people and settings, a convenient device to explain Clark's survival, and then devotes a significant chunk of runtime to a science lab in the final act. I personally believe a lot of the first 2/3 of this movie can be kept, but after the co-manager dies, stop explaining, let the narrative collapse inwards instead of expanding into a lab plot. Clark gets irretrievably lost after the co-manager dies, and as he searches, the rooms start subtly and creepily reflecting pieces of his own life. His therapist's office, his old house, the divorced wife we've only heard about. His character develops through environment rather than exposition. With the script, concept, and scares all failing, the last line of defense for this movie was the characters. Both actors are genuinely doing their best, as the dialogue and the therapy scene in the dinner table confrontation is actually sharper than expected. But you can't build a character arc on 2 scenes in an off-screen past. Clark is defined entirely by his wife leaving. Renata gets an equally underdeveloped parental backstory.
For no reason.
Do what?
Like her backstory?
Yeah.
I mean, they show us all that, then they don't go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Like they don't even show, like, it shows her house down there.
Yeah.
And then, but
as it gets stripped away,
I'm over here like, why we even do all this shit if we're not going to explore that a little bit? So when you look at the original images of all the background stuff, it's always empty.
Yes.
Completely. Dude, when he saw that pile of furniture, I would have been like, hold on, wait a minute, I might be able to sell some of this shit. Like,
yeah, for real, right?
The double chair that was like fused together. It's like, that's art.
Yeah. Put this in a gallery.
I thought he was going to be like, wait a minute now.
He's got the people that work there moving shit into the back rooms. We got to free some space up top.
See, that would have been something. Like he starts bringing that stuff out there to sell it.
Yeah.
It's like tainted.
Oh my God. It's like Needful Things or some shit.
Yeah, so you got to put it back.
Yeah.
So they kind of did their own thing.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 0.5 star.
Yeah.
I'm a 0.5 star too.
Yeah. I think also, and I was having some technical difficulties a minute ago, so I don't know if you guys had made mention of this, but like, I feel like in the 2-hour runtime of the film, I feel like 30 to 40 minutes could have been cut.
Well, like her whole backstory. Well, that went nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we go nowhere
really
with
did.
that. I'm over here like,
but
let's take some of that away and let's get more of the pirate.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the guy that plays the pirate? That's a real dude, by the way.
Really?
He don't look like that, but he's that tall.
It's like freaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It reminded me of the guy from House of a Thousand Corpses. Was it House of a Thousand Corpses or was it Devil's Rejects?
Yeah. The guy with elephantitis or whatever.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
wild,
0.5 star.
It was wild, but
yeah,
it just got weird at the end, man. Should have been like an hour and a half, too.
I love weird, but it's like, if it's going to go off the rails and be weird, go off the rails and be weird. If you're going to try to build up to having some type of a plot associated with it, then at least flesh that out a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. A little bit.
I mean, that would be nice, you know?
Like, we could have seen more with the scientist.
Yes,
that would have been interesting to see, like, what they think's going on.
Yeah.
Where did they come in at?
Exactly. It's almost like whenever it opened up and everything, it was like freaking Stranger Things when that rip was in the center of town and they kept sending people into it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was real Stranger Things there with all that hardware they had laying around.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And like, are we not walking around and looking for other holes in the wall?
I guess not.
I'd be like, I would have some wall fillers down there. Like, just go around the walls, the edge of the walls till you find an opening.
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes out at.
We'll put a dog down there.
There you go.
A dog can find its way out.
A bunch of them.
Yeah, or some rats or
And
something.
A badger. There's like the clone dogs.
Oh my God!
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Take the dogs out. Good. You know.
Yeah.
She beat that thing with her little handprint rock.
Yeah,
that was the whole reason we got the backstory.
Yeah,
so we would know where that rock came from.
Pocket. Yeah. Such a weird flick, man. It looked good. I like the main guy in it.
Yeah,
everything I've seen him in was, but it just fell flat, man. Well, I got a little bit of movie news here if you want to hit on this real quick. So Sydney Sweeney. Y'all know Sydney Sweeney, right?
Uh-huh.
Netflix and Legendary Entertainment's upcoming live-action Gundam film has officially wrapped production.
That was quick.
The project began filming in April with Sweet Tooth's Jim Mickle directing a star-studded cast led by Sweeney, Noah Centineo, Michael Mando, Jason Isaacs. Gundam does not currently have a release date, but is expected to debut exclusively on Netflix. While the plot details are slim, Gundam has been officially described by Netflix as an original story that follows rival mech pilots fighting on opposite sides of a decades-long war between Earth and its former space colonies. Netflix has promised fans that the live-action adaptation contains the awe-inspiring battles, intimate human emotion, and an epic cinematic scale of the original anime. So yeah, that's good news. We're actually getting a live-action Gundam flick from Netflix.
Straight to Netflix.
It's crazy we're getting a Gundam movie before we're getting the BioShock movie. But
they got Sydney Sweeney.
Still stoked, though.
Yeah. I can't wait to peep it, man. So next up, Apple TV's long-awaited epic fantasy adaptation gets a disappointing update. Mistborn author Brandon Sanderson has released regular updates about the upcoming movie, which was only confirmed in the works last January. Apple TV plans to develop full-length feature films covering Sanderson's entire Cosmere universe, which is ambitious considering the scale of the story in the novels. So far, the Mistborn mythology spans 7 books divided into 2 eras, each focused on a different group of characters. Sanderson's Mistborn movie will adapt the Final Empire, the saga's first installment. Apple TV has given Sanderson full creative control over the Cosmere films, and he's now writing the screenplay for Mistborn. Earlier this month, he said he's at 91% after multiple revisions, and the draft should be completed by August. You can check out the progress on his official website, which has a project tracker on the homepage. Now, on a 20th anniversary live stream, Sanderson tempered fans' expectations, however, hinting at more script revisions. He said the movie may not come out in 2027, even if the project stays its course. That's disappointing for fans who want the Cosmere saga to ramp up on the screen as soon as possible. Sanderson said he's making sure the script is tight enough without diminishing the source, since the Final Empire is so expansive that it's best suited for a TV show. The book fleshed out a large ensemble outside of Van Kelzer, Sazed, and Elland. Sanderson has previously confirmed the movie will feature less of Kelser's crew. So I haven't read any of the Mistborn stuff or any of the Sanderson stuff. But it's very interesting because it's like, other than Lord of the Rings, you have all these big, huge fantasy properties. And
I mean, you got to pick your poison.
Well, it's like, other than Game of Thrones, to whatever, results you want to chalk that up to, like, it's hard to get something like that rolling, it seems. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's hard to not only get that rolling, but from a reader's perspective, it's almost like, okay, where we all have our various hobbies in life, and we like the occasional novel. Finding time to read these massive sagas it's just not, the time just isn't there. Like, I would love nothing more than to give this series a crack, but I just don't have the time. And I don't know if you've seen how long these novels are, gentlemen, but they are massive books.
Yeah, no, I have not. Let's see. So the first book, The Final Empire, is 647 pages. And then I'm assuming it just goes up from there.
Yes. Unless it's large font and I'm just naive, but I don't think so.
781 for the second book. I mean, we're getting close to 1,000 pages here.
It's a lot of pages.
Do what?
That's a lot of pages.
Yeah, right. And like, I would say Dune's done, like Dune would fall into that category, I would say, with Lord of the Rings and stuff, but it's like, I know that most of these...
The Mistborn series consists of 7 novels across 2 eras, totaling approximately 3,906 pages.
I mean, even if they just done one of the eras, you know what I mean? And then when it comes to fantasy stuff, right? When it comes to fantasy literature, are the expectations higher? Are the fans' expectations higher?
I think the expectations of the fans are higher, but I think, like a lot of these fantasy series, it's niche audiences. So liberties are going to be made, and it's going to ultimately piss off that niche audience, and they're going to get a larger platform because of it to spread what's wrong with what's being done with the source material.
Right.
And in turn, it's going to make these properties tank by general audiences. And I think general audiences are fatigued or going to be fatigued by these fantasy series getting adapted simply because of that. Because do you really want to invest your time in something where when you become part of a community, half of that community is going to just bitch about it?
Yeah.
And maybe that's a simplistic viewpoint, but I think that's usually what tends to happen, though.
Yeah. Or you're labeled as not a true fan if you enjoy the adaptation of the material, or you know what I mean?
Like, you're a poser.
Right.
It's almost like a gatekeeping mentality,
And I feel like that happens when it's the younger audiences or the younger fandom.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, but as I get older, the less I care about faithfulness and more of just, do they take this world and property, and do I still have a good time with it?
Yeah.
Well, and if I like it, I don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks, really. I mean,
and that
right.
is
I liked it.
That is the coveted Jenga moment, Adam, I would say. As long as the individual audience member enjoys what they're having, fuck everybody else. Like, the overall consensus, like, I hate to use it as an example, but the overall consensus on the Flash movie is that it's a fucking hot piece of garbage. But I fucking enjoyed it. I thought I had a good time with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're giving Sanderson the full creative control over his world. But you would think, like, he's already wrote the books, right? The groundwork, the foundation has been built. Why doesn't he have a team of people coming in there and adapting that stuff? Like, he could be the quote unquote showrunner. You know what I mean? And like, here's the stuff that we can get, cut out. Here's the stuff that we can breeze past and all this kind of stuff, and like, get the ball rolling, because it's been 20 years. It's it's just, I'm glad that they're giving him that control, but at the same time, is he going to obsess over making it perfect you know? And is that going to be his downfall in the process?
This is true.
I mean, it's hard to kill your darlings, especially when your darlings have given you such a large career. You know what I mean?
Well, look at George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Like, the minute he was told to kill his darlings, he drowned them in the fucking river, dude.
Yeah, right. Not only is he killing his darlings, but he's killing his fans' expectations of when the fuck he's going to release another book. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I've given up. I've given up the idea that he's going to put those books out. I think it's going to be a case, and I don't say it because of his health or any of the other meme reasons. I just don't think he's going to publish those books before he dies. Just simply at an age level, because let's see. Let me consult the internet. How old is George?
Shit, he's up there.
Yeah.
Gotta be in his 60s or 70s, right?
George R.R. Martin is currently 77 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the wrong side of 30.
It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, man.
Well, I think he's just kind of like, I feel like he's just kind of like waiting it out. Like, you gonna finish that book? He's like, I'm going to be dead any day. Well, I don't fucking care, you know? Like,
I think he probably spent most of his life decently off financially, but I think cashing in on the Game of Thrones checks, I think this man has opted to live out his life happy and lavishly.
He got the bag.
Even if it's humble, even if it's a humble lavishness.
Shit,
and I don't blame him.
Surprise you.
I mean, for all we know,
he have a bowling alley in his house.
Right.
I like to see his crib and cribs. He's got the throne.
And I mean, if you're so that means he would have got his first check from Game of Thrones when he was in his 60s.
Yep.
He's still got checks rolling in.
Dude, I would have dipped out, man. I'd have done the same.
Yeah.
You can't even argue that.
And they're like, you got to finish those books. He's like, yeah, I will.
I've been like, how about this? How about I go live my fucking life and leave notes behind so that somebody can finish my work for me?
He's like, why do I want to finish them? Y'all just going to fuck them up anyway.
Well, and that's the thing. I think that he already has them finished. The moment that he releases these books and everything, and the story concludes, the moment he falls out of the zeitgeist,
yeah, it's over.
He's still relevant as long as he has books to be published. I think he's already written everything. I think he's written it. He's put it in a fireproof box in his basement. And whenever he dies and they go down there, they're going to find everything that's going to finish this story.
And that could very well be true, Griff.
And he won't catch any hate because he'll be dead.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would also argue that he kind of had hiatuses between the novels that are already published in the same respect that Stephen King had hiatuses when he was writing the first 4 to 5 Dark Tower novels.
Yeah, but he was on drugs.
Oh,
and he got hit by
I don't think that George R.R. Martin's on drugs. He's probably like sitting around doing some real nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Collecting hats. He's got a hat collection.
Shit. Yeah.
The hat looks crusty.
So, I mean, we'll see. But good for Brandon Sanderson. Maybe he'll actually fully realize that and it'll come out sooner rather than later. I mean, if it does come out as films or a TV series or whatever, I'll put it on the list of stuff to check out. Maybe I'll get around to the Mistborn novels, Right
well,
now,
I mean, in retrospect, hold on, let me pull it back up again. So there's 7 novels, but there's 3 mainline novels. So really, it's just a trilogy.
Yes.
Now, it consists of 2,000 plus pages, with each book coming in at about 600 to 800 pages.
Yeah.
So it's feasible. It's not as much of a stretch as I thought. But yeah, it's. I mean, I still hold my argument, but I would argue that fantasy series are they're just long, arduous treks, man.
Yeah. Yep. Well, if I can get through what I'm reading now, we might venture into Mistborn, but I'm struggling over here. So I remember why now. The first time that I tried to read Interview with the Vampire, why I didn't finish it. I'm halfway through it now, and I'm just like, I've already made it this far. I might as well finish the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember exactly why I quit fucking reading it the first time. I do not like the way that she writes this book at all. But anyway.
Who? I'm sorry.
Like, I enjoy the story, but like, with it being an interview the whole time, everything is.
You're reading Anne Rice.
Yes.
You poor soul.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't my choice. I'm just doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Book of the
I will
Club.
say the actual book, The Vampire Lestat, is a decent read, but I hopped on the Anne Rice bandwagon back when I was a teenager, and then I hopped quickly off of it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, whenever like the entire book is just in quotation mark, you know what I mean? It is like and there's no descriptive text. All the descriptive text comes from someone speaking to another person, and it is I don't like the way that she wrote it, man. I just don't. I'm it's getting better, but it's still like after 400 pages, which is, you're reading a half a page at a time on that e-reader or whatever. But like after getting through 250 to 300 pages of the book, it's just like, just fucking put a chapter break in there and just explain the scene and then have him, like The Martian did it so well. It's like, here's him talking to a journal about what happened, and then it's going to cut right after that to explaining what happened and let you experience it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about something that's good that was adapted from a book.
Are y'all going to watch the movie when you finish the book?
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be like, we finished Project Hail Mary. We want to go back and rewatch that. And then I finished the first Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. And I want to finish the rest of them before I watch the movie, because I know that they adapted some other stuff in the movie. I haven't watched that movie. It came out in 2006. I probably haven't watched it since then. You know what I mean?
Same.
So,
42.
But anyway. Yeah, 42, dude.
That's all I remember from it.
Don't panic. But anyway, Guillermo. Now the writer-director will revive Frankenstein again via the Criteria Collection this fall, including not just the original cut, but also the reborn cut, which adds 8 additional minutes to the runtime. But that's not all, as there will also be several director-approved special editions, which include a 4K digital master of the film and the reborn cut, new audio commentary on the reborn cut featuring Del Toro, a documentary on the making of the film called The Anatomy Lesson Director's Cut, and a collection of conversations between Del Toro, Jacob the dude that played Frankenstein, Mia Goth, Oscar Isaac, and other crew members, called The Parlor. Aside from Frankenstein's actors and crew, Martin Scorsese and musician Patti Smith also make appearances in moderated Q&As, as well as an essay by scholar and author Christopher Fraley.
So yeah, we're releasing it with an essay.
So it's already going to the Criterion Collection. That's
So yeah, 8 extra minutes, dude.
It's Guillermo. So
I mean, I might check
be like them fucking or something.
Oh yeah, right.
Full 8 minutes of it.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Now we know why he was acting like this about it the whole time.
Yeah.
Just broke him off.
You just hear two wet hams smacking in the background. Yeah. So the Paramount Warner Brothers merger.
God.
It's officially been paused. So despite Warner Brothers having one of the best years in the studio's history in 2025, it also marked a dark turning point as the company went up for sale. Netflix initially appeared to be the buyer, but Paramount Skydance David Ellison ultimately secured the bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. The potential purchase has sparked considerable controversy. Variety reports that Judge Martinez Olgan has officially put a hold on Paramount's acquisition of Warner Brothers. The judge granted a 14-day restraining order after hearing arguments from both sides on July the 17th. A 12-state coalition led by California brought a motion for the temporary restraining order. They argued the sale would violate federal antitrust law, leading to higher prices and fewer movies and TV shows. The restraining order could be extended for up to 28 days. The state coalition is also seeking a preliminary injunction that would block the merger until the judge rules on the merits of the state's lawsuit. In a statement regarding the pause, the judge wrote, "Plaintiff states showing at least demonstrates that serious questions going to the merits remain, weighing in favor of preliminary injunction relief. Paramount Warner Brothers will continue to operate as separate viable companies competing in the marketplace while they wait for the court to adjudicate this case. The balance of equities combined with the public's vital interest in antitrust enforcement therefore tips sharply in favor of the requested injunctive relief." The 12-state coalition alleges that the merger will harm competition in theatrical markets by combining two of the top 5 film distributors. Paramount Skydance has pointed to the box office success of studios like Amazon, MGM, and A24 as evidence that sufficient competition exists to allow the merger. The states also argued that it would harm basic cable markets by combining two of the top 3 programmers, though Paramount has argued cable is in decline. I mean, that's not a hard argument to make. The judges set a hearing on the preliminary injunction for August the 3rd, though it could be delayed by either party. Paramount has acknowledged it will not be harmed by the delay until the end of September. Though if the deal is not closed by the end of that month, Paramount will start to owe millions of dollars a day to Warner Brothers investors. Rob Bonta, the Attorney General of California, held the judge's ruling as a critical first in our case to ensure this mega merger never sees the light of day.
Oh.
Well, that's good when the Attorney General of California is saying that. The delay, the delay comes 5 days after Paramount Skydance's own investors filed a lawsuit against the company's CEO, David Ellison, and his father, Larry Ellison, alleging they cut an illegal deal with President Donald Trump to secure U.S. government approval for the Warner Brothers Discovery takeover. That lawsuit also seeks to block the merger, alleging that the Ellisons promised illegal private benefits to Donald Trump, including firing CNN anchors whom Trump disliked, in exchange for removing federal regulatory barriers. At this moment, the deal is far from over and could collapse.
You know, we were talking about it last week, and I said, I think that dude's a conservative. I think that's why. And now it's in the article.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
They're like, he's buddies with Trump.
Yeah. I mean, if you had the opportunity to be buddies with any of the presidents, if Obama called you and wanted to hang out, would you do it?
Shit.
You already know.
I'm like, if Biden called you, can I call you Barry?
Yeah. Dude, if Biden called you and wanted to hang out, dude.
I'm hopping in that convertible, dude.
Yeah, right.
Like, bro.
As long as you don't go ride bikes together, it'll be all right.
Tandem bike. I'm driving.
Yeah, you sit in the back, Joe. I mean, cable is in decline. It's not going to, I don't see how this is going to hurt the market. It's not. They're going to have to make this money back. They're going to be pumping stuff out hand over fist. Like for the first 10 years. Yeah, exactly. For the first 10 years, yeah. So I don't know. It's just stupid, but it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I think it'll go through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that dude can just stop that. That'll get overturned.
I don't know. I mean, where was the outcry whenever Disney acquired Fox? I mean, for the longest time, it was Disney
talk
and
about
Fox.
a mega merger.
Yeah, exactly.
Lucasfilm, right? Disney, Fox. Yes. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, right.
If they could buy Warner Brothers, if they would do it.
For sure.
In the future, everything will be owned by Disney.
Yeah, it will.
Kathleen Kennedy will be the president.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
People will desperately try to build time machines.
Yes.
So they can go back. Sure. It's like, we got to go back and fix this.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy's president. It's like, the Disney CEO?
Yeah, what? So speaking of DC, Superman 2 officially bringing back DC superhero after short-lived DC EU stint. So, Zolo, I guess that's how you pronounce the name. The guy that played Blue Beetle. Is set to reprise his role in Man of Tomorrow, according to the Wrap. Played Blue Beetle in the film of the same name, which opened in theaters on August the 18th, 2023, and was directed by Angel Manuel Soto. Warner Brothers, DC Studios, and the guy that played Blue Beetle have not commented on the story. Says Blue Beetle was originally intended to be an HBO Max original film and part of the previous shared universe, the DCEU. Well, Warner Brothers scrapped a completed Batgirl movie. It upgraded Blue Beetle to a theatrical release. Although Blue Beetle was made for the previous DC regime, after James Gunn took over DC Studios and began crafting the DCU, he said Blue Beetle would be the first DCU character, with Superman being the first DCU film. That leaves the Blue Beetle film's place in the official DCU timeline up in the air. I haven't watched Blue Beetle.
I think Trav's the only one that's seen it.
Corey watched it.
It wasn't terrible, but I mean,
straight to HBO.
Yeah,
because it got a theatrical release, right?
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, probably should have just went straight to HBO.
Yeah, I'd say it's the kind of superhero movie that is good enough that on a rainy day, since if you're caught up on everything else, pop it in. You'll have a good time, but don't expect to just be completely like blown out of the water. But with it, like,
right,
kind of looks like a family flick.
Yeah,
yeah, very family friendly.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like the first Ant-Man movie where you're not expecting much and you watch it and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is more of like, this is more Iron Man 3 territory where it's like, okay, I see what they're doing here. It's not my bag, but you know.
Family.
Family. It's interesting they're bringing Blue Beetle back. I think that, you know, with the lack of success with Supergirl, it's like, why not? I mean, if it makes sense in the story at this point, just roll with it and we'll see what happens with it. You know what I mean? This merger being delayed might actually be a good thing for James Gunn. You know what I mean?
Get his shit together.
Yeah, because like Supergirl didn't do great. I have a feeling Clayface probably isn't going to do great.
It's falling apart. It's like anything without Superman in it or Batman's just...
Yeah.
It's kind of always been that way, though, right?
Yeah. So
people are like, where's Batman?
And it's like you have the surprise hits like Peacemaker. And then I think that the Lantern series is going to be good, but is it going to be enough? You know what I mean? Maybe. We'll see. So we got a little bit of Marvel news, but do y'all want to watch the trailer before we talk about some Marvel news?
Yeah.
And just go ahead and let's fangirl over this trailer for a few minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, before we do that, I got to say this because I'll forget it. The guy that played Pirate Clark.
Yeah.
Also played the Offspring in Alien Romulus.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
Like,
okay,
great. He's on a run.
Yeah, dude, literally running with that one leg.
Why the fuck did they show us that bag of tapes and documents and never do anything with that?
Exactly right.
I'm taking that back to the compound and going through it if I find that.
Yeah, it's like you got a 3.5.
That might answer some questions.
Yeah, right.
But no,
floppies.
Just move it out of the way so I can crawl through here. I'm like, don't forget that bag.
Yeah.
All right, Griffin, have you seen this trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
As soon as I saw it was up, I was like, I cut the computer on so I could watch it in 4K.
Right. Like, here we go.
All
right. Doomsday. What do you guys think?
I mean, it looks good. Loki was in it.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing
Thor was
that clip before.
Thor was basically like, yeah, we gonna die.
Yeah, right. I mean, and this goes into one of the articles, of course, and I'll go ahead and give that the lowdown. So Feige has confirmed that he knows exactly where the MCU is going after Doomsday, asserting that the team behind the multi-billion-dollar franchise have a nice roadmap plotted out for the future. The forthcoming film will lay the foundational narrative framework for the final installment of the saga, Avengers Secret Wars, which is scheduled to hit theaters 1 year later on December the 17th, 2027. The two-part conclusion is widely expected to reset the MCU timeline, with rumors persisting that the franchise will undergo a total hard reboot, establishing a brand new status quo for Phase 7 and beyond. During a recent appearance on Josh Horowitz's Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Feige addressed the long-standing internet speculation that Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars will wipe the MCU slate completely clean. He firmly stated no to the persistent rumor that the two films would be facilitating a total franchise reboot, but he explained that he does have a clear vision as to what comes after Doomsday. I look to the comics, as I always do, in terms of our storytelling. In both the Secret Wars, but particularly the Hickman Secret Wars from 10 years ago, there's a nice roadmap to where we can go. Hickman's landmark Secret Wars comic book series, released between 2015 and 2016, culminated in the destruction of the entire Marvel multiverse and the creation of Battleworld, the patchwork planet ruled by Doom. Marvel is using this storyline as a template to transition out of the chaotic multiverse saga, which officially comes to a close with Secret Wars in 2027. Feige has confirmed that the final installment could be released as a single film, debunking another massive rumor that it could be split into two parts. Of course, we just watched the trailer and all that stuff. So,
it's that run of Secret Wars is really good. I will argue with that.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
So, of course, the studio isn't going to want to. I mean, they've put 20 years, you know what I mean? They put 20 years of work into this for them to just wipe a magnet over the hard drive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, like, we're going to get some mainstays that are going to stick around. But, I mean, Thor's going to die, right?
Probably.
I mean, after watching that trailer, the first thing that I thought was like, yep, Thor's going to die.
But then again, like, so did Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
And now that actor, that was his voice at the beginning, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was a choice.
That's his Latvian accent or Latvian accent, whatever it is. But yeah, like, this is the end of an era for your major players in all of this, of course, you know, but like, are they going to do a full reboot? No. But are they going to trim the chuffa?
Well, is it going to be a trimming of the chuffa, but at first glance, it's going to be too bloated for its own good? Like, is there going to be too many heroes on screen? Because we saw a lot in the trailer. That only means there's even more in the film.
Right.
And are they going to be doing too much with all of that to tell a story? Because like, even though Endgame was great, the only reason Endgame is great is because it's a capstone at the end of a very long saga of films. As a standalone movie with Infinity War, it's not really a good movie.
Yeah. Right. And so with them having Doom coming in as the villain now, this might break that cycle. You know what I mean? Where it's like, this could stand alone on its own. The last phases and everything has been so muddy anyway that they're going to have to do some mental gymnastics to make this stuff work. But like the theories that I've seen, because I've watched a couple of videos and read a couple of things, is going to lead it up to be something that's going to be very interesting. Where it's like Doom and the Fantastic Four, we saw them showing up in Thunderbolts at the end of Thunderbolts. And, he had Franklin and all that kind of stuff. The rumors is like they're coming to our universe because their universe is being threatened with like, what did they call it in the TVA?
Or possibly incursions, and possibly even already destroyed.
Yes, yeah. And with the tap opening up, it's going to be a thing where it's like, this universe and this universe, and I think that that's where Secret Wars is going to lean into it a little bit more, is going to be like the Marvel Fox universe is eventually going to have to fight with the 616 Avengers universe because like, in the stories and stuff, it's like if the two universes collide, they both die. So if you can delete one universe yourself, and it's almost like Doom is getting the troops together to do that for him in a way. And then there's going to be the old bait and switch, we already know he's going to be the villain. They let that cat out of the bag a long time ago. It would have been interesting if they would have kept that close to the chest and then have that rug pull happen. But the way that it seems from some of the rumors that I've seen is like he's going to be working with everybody up until he's not going to be working with everybody. You know what I mean? So that's where I think we're going to have a lot of these, like the Gambit Shang-Chi fight sequence is going to be like, it's going to kind of be like Mortal Kombat, I feel, where you're going to have these isolated fights with these certain specific characters to where at the end of it, they're like, we have a common enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and all this kind of like, I think that that's more or less where we're going to have these characters interact and have a fight sequence and all this stuff. Now they're buddies. We're going to move over to this other plot that's happening over here, and all that kind of stuff. So is it going to be too much? Maybe, if it's done in moderation, because I think that Secret Wars is just going to be balls to the freaking wall fight for 3 hours.
Yeah. And I mean, the same I believe would go for Secret Wars as well. Like with the way the Avenger movies are going now, they're gonna have to build up to go back to a smaller team.
Yes.
Because if it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, then there's not going to be enough screen time to flesh out some of these characters. And while we've made the argument in the past that we're at a state where some of these characters can show up and we don't have to explain shit for them, there still has to be a little bit of characterization. There has to be a little bit of character development.
Yeah. And I think that that's where, like, I think these next two flicks, we're going to get balls to the wall action out of them. And we're going to get our Avengers versus X-Men moment. We're going to get our, Secret Wars moment. We're going to get our Doom. We're going to get all that stuff. And then once we get, because like at the end of it, there's got to be the one timeline. All this stuff is going to get freaking meshed and molded. They're not going to do a battle world for the next phase, right? Like there's no way they're going to extend that into a whole nother phase. like this is going to wrap everything up, and this is going to bring the X-Men with the new cast into the 616 universe, and potentially a new Spider-Man and all this other kind of stuff. So this is going to wrap everything up in a nice bow. You're going to get rid of Captain America. You're going to get rid of Robert Downey Jr. and Thor and the rest of the legacy characters. They're going to get pushed out until they're needed again, until sales start to drop. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm excited about the movie, very excited about the movie. I just hope that they do it in such a good and clever way, And with them looking, because whenever this, oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, I mean, and that other commentators on the trailer pointed out that at 32 million views, so it's certainly not an original thought here, but it does make sense to me. At 32 million views, there's clearly an interest for the movie, and it's going to make $1 bajillion.
Yeah.
And there's genuine interest in the MCU still, which is a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've often debated that that Marvel could go the way of the Western.
Yes.
And so far, it's still going strong.
Yes. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm interested to see what's gonna come of all this stuff, of course. But the trailer hyped me up more than I was expecting it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks epic.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, a lot of the stuff that they've done, they've gotten better, but a lot of the stuff that they've done the last couple of years has kind of fell flat in one way or another. And this is kind of like got me reinvigorated. And I think that it's doing that for a lot of people. They're like, oh, we're back. We don't have goofy, mopey Thor. We've got the world's about to end Thor back finally,
Y'all don't
know. Yeah.
It was nice to see a serious tone in Thor again.
Yes. Yeah. So, but last up here, this is part of it as well. Marvel Studios officially addresses the fate of long-awaited Blade movie. In an interview with Josh Horowitz, same podcast, Happy, Sad, Confused, Feige was asked about how the upcoming Blade project was doing, to which he asked if they should get into a therapy session before answering. When Horowitz said that everyone wants it, including Marshala, Feige responded, I'm feeling very excited that we got Wesley back for a time in Deadpool and Wolverine, and like a gigantic loser and failure that we didn't get off the ground with Marshala. The lack of enthusiasm from Feige is quite telling this time around, and it seems the project is essentially dead at the moment. It's a stark contrast from last year when he had confirmed that despite production delays, the Blade reboot film was still in the works, revealing to Variety that Marshala is still attached. He had also mentioned that the delay was due to Marvel's overexpansion, adding, we had spent 12 years working on the Infinity Saga, saying that's never going to happen to us. We always had more characters that people were asking about than we could possibly make because we weren't going to make a movie a month. That's crazy. Suddenly there's a mandate to make more, and we go, well, we do have more, but maybe that's what we fell into. While the Blade reboot remains without an official release date and director, Marvel's latest event film Doomsday is set to release December the 18th. So yeah, I mean it's officially been put on the back burner, right?
So hear me out. And maybe this is too much here. But if they can do this to Endgame, they can do this to any movie. You take Blade, the 90s Blade movie, the very first outing with Wesley Snipes. You upscale it to 4K. May not be the genuine 4K you want, but by God, it'll be the 4K you enjoy.
It was probably shot on film, so it probably looked pretty good.
You release the movie in theaters, anniversary edition. You clip a time jump. You film a time jump with either Wesley Snipes returning in his role or Marshall Ali. And you film something along the lines of like 20 years later. So we can establish that Blade's been doing his thing in his universe for so long. Clip him in somehow multiverse, because even though they're going to stop the multiversal plot lines with Doomsday and Secret Wars, I don't think the multiverse is going to ever go away.
Mm-hmm.
You pull him from his time. Bam, you got Blade. Film a sequel. Keep going.
I think they just wanted to use that money on this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
This was probably pretty expensive.
Yeah. Well, and I've got one.
A lot of people in it.
I've got one even better for you, Trav. Why don't we freaking Werewolf by Night Blade?
Oh, that would be equally as bad.
In black and white?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just do a one shot, do a Halloween Blade one shot where it's 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes long and no explanation, no nothing. It's just Blade going to raves, fucking people up.
Just being the daywalker, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, instead of Chris Christopherson, get freaking Sturgill Simpson in there.
Oh shit!
And dude, have it to where it could end with a nod to the Midnight Suns.
Exactly. I mean, hell, they could even do a Werewolf by Night Blade crossover. You know what I mean? Like, that's not out of the realm of impossibility. Like, Werewolf by Night has been done, and he's just sitting there.
I'd like to see a Blade Ghost Rider team up.
Yeah, right.
Are we bringing back Nicolas Cage? I mean, if we're bringing back Wesley.
Mommy! Daddy!
Hey. I bet he would be even better at it now. Like, he's found his voice.
Spirit of Vengeance might have been garbage, but that first Ghost Rider movie fucking swings.
Give me back my face.
I think he'll be back in Secret Wars.
Oh, he'll make an appearance.
I think he'll be back. But that's the thing, like, if the Blade movie isn't going to get made, Marshall Ali's interested, do a 45-minute to an hour and 15 one-shot just to show the character what could have been or what could still be in the future. Put it up on freaking Disney Plus or whatever it's called and just call it a day. You know?
If there's enough buzz, they'll make more.
Exactly.
I think that's what they're worried about. They don't want to make it and then not do well in theater because, it's getting pricey to make movies over there.
Well, and my thing is like they did the Werewolf by Night thing. It came out. People freaking went bananas. They're like, "Oh, Marvel's doing this shit now? No fucking way!" And they haven't touched the fuck. Yeah, but they haven't touched the character since. There's been no mention of any Werewolf by Night now, and that's okay. That one shot, black and white, Elsa Bloodstone, great. Leave it alone.
We're having a Moon Knight,
dude.
Werewolf by Moon Knight.
Yeah, right. So, but that's all the news that I had. I'm ready for the rest of these triggity trailers.
Hey, I watched the newest one today, but the first 3 episodes of the Westies.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That's the one, they got the guy that might be Batman.
Yes.
It's pretty good. He sounds like Mark Wahlberg because he's doing a Boston accent.
Oh, shit.
And we'll be sitting there watching. I'm like, he sounds like Mark Wahlberg from fucking The Departed.
Oh, no. How's your mother? She's tired from fucking my father.
It's pretty good, though. Good show.
Okay. The Westies, yeah. That guy, I mean, I'm down. He's got a chin. He's got a strong chin from the pictures. Yeah.
Strong nose, too, so it'll poke through the cow,
Yeah. If chins could talk, dude. But yeah,
we've only got a handful. We also got the Spider-Man trailer. I haven't watched this one yet.
I haven't either, but I'm excited for it. Unholy Night?
Yeah, it's a little teaser.
Is this a Christmas thing?
It's a little early, but yeah. It's unholy, though.
Well, Christmas comes twice a year. What in the Evil Dead is happening? With a sword? Okay. Hey, I'm there.
Man, they put this up in 4K too.
This guy, Owen Wilson. Wow.
So I've seen this trailer. A buddy at work showed this to me.
Was he a big Reacher fan?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's got Gal Gadot too.
He's also a big Angel Productions fan.
Yeah.
Well,
they're starting to make movies. It's like they're kind of getting away from the Christian movie.
They're branching out.
Yeah, they made a little money. They're like, wait a minute, we making money? It's like, that's how it starts.
Let's be a movie studio.
It's like, wait a minute now. There's money to be made? Is Gal Gadot in this?
Oh no.
Wow.
Irony.
The bird or the liver?
The liver.
What?
Could have just used the real song.
Yeah.
Damn. It ripped the fucking... I mean, Owen Wilson is selling me on it.
Yeah.
Well, they spending some money. That Sound of Freedom money spending good over there.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I would argue that with the right script, Alan Richardson is going to blow up.
Oh yeah, he's a good Reacher.
It hasn't just. Yeah, I think some would argue that Reacher has already done that for him. But I genuinely think that when he gets on the right franchise or right property, he's going to blow up like Statham.
Well, he's kind of got John Cena energy too.
Yeah. I'm ready for the comedy movie where he rips a line of coke and does some crazy shit.
I mean, when they were like, who we need? Owen Wilson. Let's bring a little Shanghai Nights in. That's a terrible cowboy name.
We need the band.
I watched that Will Ferrell Netflix show, The Hawk. The golf show, David Gordon Green.
Oh, dude. Hilarious.
I mean, this is the same guy that did Eastbound and Down, so I expected that. But you could tell he's grown up. I mean, he's grown up. Some stuff you just can't be out there. But it was funny. When I saw Fortune Feimster, I was like, ugh. But I liked her character.
Would have been better with Danny McBride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like now I just want to see a show like that with him in it.
I mean, I've heard about this, but I haven't watched it.
I play Rocky. Oh. Is his real name Mike? Fair enough. Who knew there was so much drama?
Right.
It'd probably be pretty good, though. I mean, who doesn't like Rocky? It's interesting.
So it's not a biopic.
What's a movie about getting the movie made?
Yeah.
Interesting way to do a biopic.
Yeah, I'm down. That guy looks like, dude.
Yeah.
He's got the voice and yeah. Yeah. I'll play Rocky.
Got fucking Spider-Man in the movie.
The Uprising?
I feel you, brother.
Fuck taxes, dude. I feel this.
They gotta be careful making movies like this.
Yeah.
He about to tax that ass.
Yeah, right.
Imagine this movie with Jason Statham in it, The Plowman.
Yeah.
Is this Andrew Garfield's Braveheart?
I think it is. Where was Joffrey at?
That motherfucker They hated him so much he got out of the film business. That's real.
That's crazy.
You're getting real Baldur's Gate up in here.
Yeah, right.
I bet it's good.
It looks good. The Plowman, dude.
Jason Statham. I'm tired of paying taxes.
Yeah. I was a beekeeper. Now I'm a plowman.
The king took my bees. His name's Doug.
Oh, shit.
We got Jessica Chastain and Jessica Chastain starring in Other Mommy. What's better than one Jessica Chastain? 2. One's a demon. Holy shit. They'll end up killing the good one.
I'd let Jessica Chastain on me. You know, like, okay. Hello, mommy.
Spider-Man, a full trailer, the final trailer.
Peter's Journey
in 4K.
Dude, I had a Peter's Journey about 3:30 this morning, dude. I had to pee so bad. Anyway,
and nobody knows who I am. That dude don't look like that anymore. Take a video on your phone.
Yeah, right. Is that Mr. Milchick? It is.
I think it is. They've straight up just replaced Mark Ruffalo with the Hulk.
Yeah, right. I thought they dyed him green. Like, I thought that's what was happening here. I'm gonna try to go see that in theaters.
It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at least gonna see that and Avengers. I still want to go watch fucking Evil Dead.
I would argue this looks better than Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a personal story. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen this character grow so much. So
yeah, I think it's going to be a better film. I mean, not to say that Doomsday is not going to be good, but I think at the end of the day, when both films have been watched, I think people are going to be like, "Yeah, Spider-Man was better."
I'm holding out hope because the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies that we've got are amazing. No pun intended, right? But them making and his appearances and everything, amazing. 4th movie, I mean, how are they going to live up to what they did in the last Spider-Man movie? When you bring the other Spider-Man into that spot, you know what I mean?
Like, you know.
I think you go Ragnarok though. You tonal shift.
Yeah. And it seems to be a very serious movie, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm coming from with it for sure.
But 666 Operation Dream Theater? Are we going to play some?
Pull Me Under starts playing.
Yeah, exactly. Portnoy's fucking cashing checks right now. 999, dude.
Check out the camera work.
Yeah, I like the way this movie looks.
Some scenes have boxes around it though, and some don't. See?
It's a movie, right?
Pretty dope soundtrack. It kind of looks like a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Yeah.
The final boss, the basement steps.
Watch out for nails.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, the top comment was like, finally, something fresh in our industry.
Yeah, right.
You guys want to watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
It's out.
Sure.
We got a jam-packed next couple of weeks, man. Master of the Universe drops tomorrow. Furious is out.
Oh.
Scary Movie.
Isn't Disclosure Day available on streaming too? Yeah.
You want to watch that before The Mandalorian? I mean, I don't care how many. I'm going to watch them all. So
I'd rather get Mandalorian out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down because I'm assuming Disclosure Day is going to be a lot longer than The Mandalorian.
Probably.
I'll probably have more time to watch it on the backside. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
And Grogu? Was that the name of the movie? The Mandalorian and Grogu?
Yeah.
Probably could have picked a better name. Call it Mando. All right, checks in the mail.
And the flag is raised.